Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Coronavirus Updates, Live Update, where we talk about everything about coronavirus. Coronavirus, is it actually a fact or a fiction? Is it man-made? Is it something to divert our attention from what is going on in the city? Is it actually a killer? Is it a hoax? What do you think? Today I have some few people on the panel. We're going to be discussing and we're going to find out what coronavirus actually is. I have the people who are of high caliber in the society, who knows exactly what they're doing, who can actually enlighten you, guide you, and keep you safe in this very difficult time, I call it. I have this panel of people with me tonight. I'm going to start from the top left-hand corner of your screen. The gentleman in the red cap is well known in the society. His name is Dr. Dayolomu. Dr. Dayolomu, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much. I feel very, very privileged and honored to invite me to just share my thoughts on fact and fiction of coronavirus, especially with the conspiracy theory that is going on all over the world now. So I'm very, very privileged to join you this evening.
Thank you very much, sir. In the middle is the gentleman in a dark brown jacket, bumper jacket, I think, with some nice, lovely headphone as well. His name is Tavis. Mr. Tavis, welcome to the show, sir. We didn't get that. Let's try again, yeah? Mr. Tavis, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, the name is Tavian.
Tavian.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna write it down so that I don't make Tavian, yeah? So that I don't make the mistake again.
That's okay.
This gentleman has actually put some few things up on his screen as well, and which make me actually say, this man, I'm going to talk to this man. I'm going to invite this man because he has a wealth of knowledge that he would like to share with our guest tonight. And my only lady on the show tonight, Angel Blessing. Welcome to the show, sir. Ma'am. How you doing? Can you introduce yourself, please, ma'am? Hello? Angel Blessing, can you hear me? Angel Blessing.
Thank you very much. My name is Angel Blessing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for
coming
on the show.
Yes, I can hear you. My name is Angel Blessing.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. I'm just going to try and make
again. I am privileged to talk about the topic because it's an issue that calls for an attention at the moment.
Okay. Thank you very much, yeah? Not the last on the list, but one of our royals from the Ogun Kingdom. I'm going to let him introduce himself because I know he's an HRH gentleman, and this is a gentleman that is very close to my heart as well. He has actually been talking about coronavirus. Welcome to the show, sir. Welcome to the show, sir.
Very good evening to everybody listening to me.
Thank you very much.
I'm just honored to be invited as a guest on this program.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much for coming.
We hope all of us is going to gain one or two things from the learned friends today.
We're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn, we're going to enjoy the show, and I can guarantee you the show is going to be fantastic because so many people are actually waiting for that show today, and it's going to be lovely for all of us. Thank you very much, everybody. First of all, Dr. Olomu, I'm going to come to you first.
You're welcome.
Coronavirus. What can you tell us about coronavirus?
We look at, I don't want to go about the genesis, how it started in China and what has been happening. But the most important thing I want to say is that coronavirus is real. It is happening. It is challenging. It is how do we make the best of it. We need to keep ourselves safe. We need to follow all the instruction that has been given to us. It is not a fiction, it is real. But the angle I am coming from is that while people are at home, how can they make the best use of these circumstances while they are sitting at home? Because I'm talking from an HR perspective. The world of work, business, and career will not be the same again after this is over. So it is real. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for that very, very good introduction of coronavirus. Mr. Tavian, would you like to add
Yes,
anything
sir.
to that?
Well, apart from the fact that the coronaviruses, and we have to be careful that we realize we're talking about a family of viruses. There are many different viruses. Coronaviruses just happen to be one of them. There are many that we know of. There are coronaviruses that cause the cold in humans. There are coronaviruses that infect bats, pangolins, other mammals. It's a diverse group of viruses. We'll talk a bit more about that later.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. The good thing about it is that there's
You're
nobody
welcome.
in the society now that will tell us they don't know about coronavirus. It's been ongoing for about 3 months now. It's actually in its 4th month. It actually
Yes.
happens in China, very close to Christmas, and it's been rampaging. It's actually traveled the whole world. It's gone from one continent to another continent and to another continent. In Africa alone, it's actually affected so many countries, maybe about 5, 7, 9 countries that has actually been spared out. Angel Blessing, my sister, happy birthday in arrears. I know you have a belated birthday some few days ago, actually 3 days ago. Would you like to add anything to that for us, Angel? Angel Blessing? I'm not sure if I've lost her, but I'm going to go to our HRA quickly. Mr. Babatunde, would you like to
Yes,
add
sir.
anything to that for us?
What I'm going
Coronavirus.
to add is that we are all calling coronavirus, whatever name we can call it. It's deeper than what everybody is thinking about. This is going to affect generation unborn. Financially, it's going to affect generation unborn. So many things are happening right now. But if you are not affected, you can go out and be riding bicycle in this weather. But if you are like me that have lost about 3 prominent friends, then you will know coronavirus is real, very real.
Coronavirus is very, very real. Very
I
real to the
lost
extent that the
dear
people...
friends, not just anybody. Majestic Restaurant, Rotimi Adigun, and others.
Okay.
I eat and dine with them. Up to today, I cannot even see their wife or children.
Okay.
We cannot see the body again.
Okay. Let's go to Angel Blessing quickly, yeah? Because I believe she's active again. Angel, coronavirus, what will you tell us about it? Angel Blessing? Tell us about coronavirus.
Obviously, I must be certain on this.
Yeah.
It is a fact. Yes, coronavirus is a fact. I strongly believe in it now. When the outbreak came up newly from China, it looks as if it's a game. It looks as if it's a friction. It looks as if a lot of things are coming up, backing up a quote about it. But today, I have come to the fact that it really exists.
Wow.
And a lot of people out there who doesn't even believe in it, don't even know if they are a carrier or not. A lot of people who say to themselves, it does not exist. This is all about economical issues. These are all about social issues. It is a fact. It's medically proven that it's a fact.
Okay. I'm going to say a little bit of things to support everything that everybody has said. Coronavirus is a disease, it's a virus. There's so many coronavirus. The one we're dealing with now is actually called COVID-19. And it's a family of SARS. They cause cold, fever, high temperature, and they cause pneumonia as well. They actually block the lungs. So the government has advised everybody that the best thing to do to cure this problem and get away from it is actually to be hygienic. Wash your hand, and wash your hand again. Wash it properly. Don't touch your face, don't touch your nose, don't touch your eyes. Doctor, how easy it is for us not to touch our face and nose?
I think it's very simple. It's just discipline. The reason why I said discipline is that when you are told that this is a killer disease, it can kill people, and you are asked to follow a particular instruction, you have no choice than to follow it. Now, when we even look at the death, like His Royal Highness Tunde Ayodeji was talking about some of the people in our community who have passed on. You can't see their family, you can't see their body, you can't even pay the last respect. So if we are told that wash your hand, when we are growing up, we were always asked or encouraged to always wash our hand regularly, brush our teeth. It is the same discipline. But we are now being told that don't put your hand in your face and all those precautions. I think for us to reduce the spread of it, we have to follow government's instruction, and it is about self-discipline. So let me allow others to contribute.
Okay, I'm going to go to Davian.
Okay.
Coronavirus. Why is it that we shouldn't touch our face and our nose? Why?
Well, because the easiest way for you to come in contact with the virus is if it's on surfaces, say tables, chairs, if you're on the train, on the bars, doorknobs. So constantly you're touching stuff. You're using your hand to touch stuff. You pick up the virus, you put it on your face. The easiest place for the virus to get into your system is through your nose, your ears, your mouth. So if you touch your face and if you happen to touch your mouth, the virus goes in there. If you happen to touch your eyes, the virus can get in through there. If you touch your ears, nose, the virus can get in through there. So if you wash your hands all the time, you're keeping your hands clean. So they tell us if you go out, you're bound to touch stuff when you're outside. So as soon as you come in the house, you wash your hands. And essentially, that's one of the ways to stop yourself from contracting the viruses. Obviously, say a social distancing you've heard about. So because we don't know when someone has got it, and they might not even know. We now know that the virus can travel through cough clouds, so sneezes, coughs, and now possibly when you speak. So if somebody is infected and they're just talking to you for any length of time, the particles of virus can travel through their breath. And you inhale, and you continue to inhale, increasing your viral load, you're likely to get infected. So this is one of the reasons why they ask people to stay apart from each other.
Okay. And we call it social distancing. Right?
Yes.
If you look at Prince Charles, just before the social distancing things, he went out on an engagement, official engagement.
Yes.
He came out of the car, and the next thing he wants to do is actually shake his hand. He wants to shake people's hand until he suddenly has a caution and withdraw his hand back because he realized he's not supposed to do that. But why will people think coronavirus is a hoax? Angel. Angel Blessing. Why will people think it is a hoax and not a reality? Can you hear me, Angel? Are you still there? I think we're having some issues with our audio.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Why will people think it's a hoax?
You know, why people about is I hear you very well. You said?
Why will people think coronavirus is a lie? It's a fiction. Why will anybody think
why people think it's not real?
Yeah. Yes. Why do people think it
Obviously,
is not
why
real?
people think it's not real, if I may understand it, is why people believe it's a lie is because the rumor, the social media information people are getting into their system, into their ears, is what is making them not to believe the existence of coronavirus. They believe in too much of information Do you know when the social media is busy feeding the people with a lot of information that has no basically proof, that has no medical backup, that is not scientifically proven that this is the information. People are busy digesting a lot of information from the social media, and that is bringing confusion into the heart of people. It makes them to be biased. It makes them not to believe exactly what is going on, because those information, although not proven yet, people to test it faster. For instance, the length of dissemination of information via social media is far more than information itself. Social media goes about select the kind of themselves, and some come up with some religious backup to whatever they are giving out to people, where people will not believe it exists. For sure, it exists. But one I want people to understand, in as much as we are having some religious belief and condition towards what is going on, I still want people to know there is a scientifically proven here. There is because of the circulation of undiluted information to say.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Yeah, and some churches in Nigeria, some pastors, some prophets, even come up and said it's a lie. Doctor, why would
Well, of
any
course they would.
pastor come up with anything that it is a lie? That coronavirus. I have one saying.
Why will pastors?
Why will pastor go and tell their congregation that coronavirus is a lie? Why? Why will any pastor say that?
I don't want to hold grip for anybody, but there is a difference between science and religion. Sometimes when something is scientifically proven, it is easier for faith leaders to say it is a lie. But when people are now dying, and we can see proof that people are dying, then that is a different ballgame. You know the story. Why a lot of pastors? You'll be surprised as in their heart of hearts, the pastor knows that coronavirus is real. But when you look at the impact of people not coming to church, of stopping services, you know that it has a lot of economic implication
for the pastor
and pastoral care. For pastors, that's the real. Because we don't need to delude ourselves. The large chunk of income of a lot of pastors is from the congregation.
Yeah.
The churches make their money from tithe and offering.
Yeah.
When anybody now wants to say, don't come to church, stay at home, it is normal. They are going to say it is not real. And you can see that even when the churches are asked not to do it, some of them still went ahead. As at last Sunday, a pastor was arrested in Abuja conducting service. So they know. But look at the economic impact, it is difficult. So it is about economy. That's the way I see it.
Okay, you're very close to the church, because from your biography that I actually went through, you're very, very close to the church. And the Bible even says you should obey the law of the land. The Quran says you should obey the law of the land unless it contradicts the law of God. But this hasn't contradicted the law of God. Huh? Noah and his family, the people were quarantined in the ship. What is the view of the Church of England concerning the quarantine?
I agree.
Doctor.
The view of Church of England?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm in a better position to talk about that.
That's why I'm asking you, sir.
Because I sit on the diocese, Southwark Diocese. Huh?
That's why I'm asking you, because I know you sit there. I know.
You said, what's the view of Church of England?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Church of England make it abundantly clear. The Archbishop of Canterbury, in fact, Church of England and the Catholic Church and the Pope, they are the first set of churches who stopped services. They are the first set of people. They stopped their services. The first week that they stopped their services, they discouraged people from coming to church. But they still opened the church so that if individuals want to just have a quiet moment with God, they can do it.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Archbishop of York actually said that churches should now be closed down completely. So it should be locked. Nobody should go there. That all priests must conduct a service, if they have to, alone in their vicarage. So, but when you look at Church of England setup and black churches setup, they are two different things. So the Church of England is not really driven by the economic power, because the priest of Church of England is not the owner of the church. It's like a worker. Whereas most of the Pentecostal churches or black churches, the pastor, it is possible for the pastor to be the owner. Even when they are conducting services now, those of them who are still conducting service, they will tell you that it is very important that you pay your tithe and offering. A lot of churches are still even asking people to bring out their tithe and offering. So it's different, because when you look at Church of England is very in alignment with the government. Some of the bishops of Church of England sit on House of Lords, are members of House of Lords. So they follow the process, they follow the principle, because when it is scientifically proven that this is real, we need to have social distance, we need to have fewer people. They are the first set of churches that roll out their laws, rules and regulations that it has to be implemented. So as of today, the churches have been closed. They are under lock and key. Whereas some of the black churches, they still do their services in the church, but they do it alone, maybe with about 1 or 2 people. They use their Facebook Live, Instagram, and the rest. But the Church of England are no longer doing any service.
Okay. Angel Blessing, I'm going to come back to you, if you can hear me. Okay, good. If you can hear me, one of the things I want to ask, as a mother, if you've been paying tithe to a church and now you're not working, what do you think the church should do to you to support you? Did you get that, Angel? You've been paying your tithe to the church for so long, and now you're not working because the government said don't go to work.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now.
Okay. And the church says you need to pay your tithe. But in terms of this difficult time, are the church not supposed to be someone you can run to?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to repeat the question. I think you need to put the earpiece on the phone you're using as the camera, not the second phone. Put your earpiece on the original phone that you're using for the camera, not the other camera. If Angel can hear me, put your earpiece on the phone you're using to do the audio, the video.
Anyway, the fact is, in as much as the Bible talk about the end time and the signs of end,
I think we're losing Angel. Angel, I'm going to send you another link to connect with. I'm going to send you another link. When you connect with that link, make sure you connect your earpiece to the same phone I send the link to, right? And that will make it a bit better, right? I'm going to send you another link. I'm going to go to...
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to go to Tavis quickly. I'm going to go back to Tavis.
Tavian. Tavian.
Don't worry. Just tell me how much fine I'm going to pay at the end of the show, and I'm sure we'll send the money.
Okay, then. You're on £1,000 at the moment.
Okay, we're on £1,000. I'll make sure I keep it very low. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Let me stay with you, Tavian.
Okay.
What do you think, whose responsibility it is to keep people safe during this period, during this difficult period?
The government. But all the government can do is advise the people, and it's up to the people to take the advice that they've been given.
So everybody has a responsibility. The government has one, and the people have one.
Of course.
What is the responsibility of the church, the mosque, or the religious house?
To follow the advice of the government.
Okay. And this is the best way to keep us alive.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, I know that my colleague, the doctor, was very, very polite in the way he portrayed how religious leaders have reacted. Well, let me say some religious leaders have reacted to this, but it was a very, very polite way of saying the only thing that they were interested in was money, and they're not really interested in the safety of their followers. That is the reality for some of them, anyway.
Okay. Okay, that is the reality. I got Angel coming back.
That's the reality. Let's not try and dress it up. That's the reality. For most of these guys, it's a business, and at the end of the day, business is money is business. So when the government is saying stay away from churches, keep yourself safe, isolate yourselves, straight away they're thinking there goes the cash cow. You know, if the cash cow is at home, they can't be at church donating money, can they?
No. They can't.
And some of them have been responsible for spreading some of the conspiracy theories. I saw one today.
Which one did you saw today, please? Tavian.
Oyakilome on Twitter basically was spinning this frankly insane conspiracy and suggesting that there are no viruses in nature. How an educated man can even say such a thing is just beyond me. It's just beyond me. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. There are lives at stake here. The fact of the matter is, most people don't have a very, very little understanding of the natural world. And so when something like this happens, everybody's so shocked, and human beings are pattern-seeking creatures. So sometimes we want answers for everything. And when we don't have an answer, we'll make something up. No matter how deranged it sounds, it's an answer. It doesn't have to be a good answer. It's an answer. Now, when somebody says something like there are no viruses in nature, I don't even know what to say. I'm trying very, very hard to be polite here. But the fact of the matter is some of these religious leaders are directly responsible for misinforming the people.
Which is true. It's just
it
not
is true.
But it's very true. It's just not true. I've got Angel back. She's very active now. The only problem is that I'm not sure where she connects the earpiece to. If the earpiece has been connected to the real phone she's using for the team, we might probably be able to speak to her. If not, I'm going to hand the microphone back to Omobatunde Ayodeji. And the reason I want to do that is that I want him to actually pour out his mind about this issue, especially in relation to the people that he knows, that I know, that we know in the society that we've actually lost during this period. Omobatunde, over to you.
Yes, thank you for getting to me. Like I said before, is deeper than all what we are seeing now. But you cannot explain to anybody that haven't lost a dear person. They will think it's a joke. You understand? You cannot explain. There's no way. But the way I'm going to tell people is the next generation, our kids, some of them have lost their parents. Some have lost mother. People are dying every day. They've got kids. So the history of this world has changed. You understand? The history has changed. The next generation of children are going to write a new history. You understand? It's affecting everything. Somebody who lost father that cannot see the father again will not come out and be saying there is no coronavirus. Oyakilome, I don't want to mention names. Any church leader that comes out and says there is no coronavirus, he hasn't lost anybody. I don't pray for anybody to lose his child or friends. That time they will know that this thing is real. All what I want people to do is to
Sorry
follow
to interrupt,
government.
sir. Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yes, sir.
But I think we should mention their names. Sir, we should mention their names.
If you go to my page, I'm the one fighting them. But on this platform, I don't want to sound the way I sound.
Well,
you understand? I hate them. I don't like
there you go.
pastors and alphas. I'm a Muslim. They are destroying this world. When the government says stay at home, you one imam call them to say, come and pray. All the prayers we have been doing all this while in Mecca, Medina, what has it got to do with virus? Stay at home. You call them to come out and be doing Jumat service. I'm a Muslim, for God's sake. But our religious leaders are bad. They collect tithe, Owapo. They collect all this money. Now when the need is there for them to distribute money, we don't see them. Now you are directing people to PMB in Nigeria, to the government. We know we pay our taxes and our NI number here. So we can call them and say, okay, help us. But whereby in Nigeria they don't pay taxes. And biggest taxpayer, tithe offerings. And when you talk about us, they are there to fight you. Now the pastors are demanding more money. They are not telling the people the right thing because of their selfishness, because of what they want to eat. And everybody is going to meet the Creator one day. Let them continue lying. But it's not their fault. It's of our gullible people. At the end of the coronavirus or whatever, they will go there and do Thanksgiving. So these people that cannot even save them, they cannot even help them, they will go there and be giving them money for Thanksgiving. I want us to know that what is happening here is affecting economy. People have lost their job. Ordinary minder have got no job because kids are not coming to the minding home. Ordinary person who is doing a makeup cannot do jobs because no party. Restaurants have laid down so many people. People are on door. And somebody is telling us it's not real. This thing is real. We are in a war. Have you ever seen anything like this before in this world?
A war with an unseen
I don't think
enemy.
anybody has seen it. Nobody has seen such thing before. And I don't think we are going to see it before we die.
With all due respect, sir, the interesting thing is that...
Before.
Yeah,
may I interject,
Go ahead.
please?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
The interesting thing, sir, is that there are some people still alive who apparently witnessed the Spanish flu in 1918. So some people are unlucky enough that they've actually seen a pandemic that was worse than this.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just want to add to that.
Let Doctor wanted to have
to add to that. Now,
okay.
3 minutes ago, just 3 minutes on my right hand side, 5 London bus workers has been confirmed. They died of coronavirus.
They died.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
3 minutes ago
Yeah,
on
obviously
BBC.
they've been sick for a while.
Now, they said that their workers are talking about it. These are the people that are taking,
risk.
people to work back and yes. Because
Yes.
I have a neighbor, those who work in NHS now, they are shivering.
I
They
work
are
in
not
the
finding life
NHS.
easy. Yes.
London bus drivers
Those who are on the front end, because they are also vulnerable.
Okay.
Everybody is vulnerable. So for anybody to say that this is not real, then it means that they are joker. I know, like I said,
Exactly.
Amaba is saying something around church is supposed to support and all of that. We know what is going on in the community. We know that it is about commerce. It is about economics. Because if people don't come to church, they can live a particular lifestyle. And when you look at the kind of lifestyle some of our pastors live at the expense of church members, they need regular income to sustain that lifestyle. And that lifestyle is unsustainable.
It's obscene.
As of last week, a pastor is selling coronavirus oil for £91 as of last week. That's when they use
in Southwark,
the
yeah?
anointing oil. You saw that?
Yeah, in Southwark.
When they use the anointing oil, they'll be fine. That's not going to affect them.
It's not even funny. It's not even funny.
In London,
it's in papers. You can Google
it's disgusting.
it. Yes, you can Google it.
In South London.
£91. In South London, yes.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
£91.
Yeah, but
yes.
but doctor, let's be honest. Isn't
Yes,
this
sir.
what they do? How long have they been selling fake miracles for? Come on, let's be real. How long have they been selling fake miracles for? This is what they do.
Okay.
You're right, sir.
Angel is very active now. Let's try and see what she has to contribute to that.
I don't think she can still hear you. Oh, dear.
She has so many things boiling inside her. But unfortunately, she said she can't
Yeah,
contribute, which is a shame. Okay, let's go back to Dr. Olomu. Dr. Olomu,
Yes.
the government have said it. The church have said it. The government have said their own. The church have said their own.
Yes. Yes.
Are some people stupid?
What did you say? Are some people stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of what?
In terms of believing who to believe.
Okay. You know, HRH has been telling us something. He has lost people to coronavirus. As a result, he understands. Now, I'm going to use a very good example. When we look at prostate cancer, because I'm supporting prostate cancer, a lot of men don't go for medical checkup, so they believe that prostate cancer is for some other people. 20 years ago, when knife crime started in our community, we thought it was far away. But when it started happening to the people that we are close to in central London on a weekly basis, that is when we now begin to understand that, oh boy, this thing is real. When things have not happened to somebody that knows somebody, it is easy for people to say it is not real. I will tell you one of the things that concerns me now. I will tell you one of the things that concerns me now, and I've been trying to see. When the world of work will not be the same again, how do we prepare those who are alive today to be ready for the next world of work? We've lost some people because the next phase of poverty is that a lot of people are going to lose their job. A lot of people will go under. How do we help people? How do we enable people? How do we encourage people that while you are at home, how can you reinvent yourself? Can you study? Can you do online training? You won't believe that as I am sitting, where I am sitting, from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I have done 3 conferences. I have attended 3 conferences online in America, in South Africa, and 2 in London. It is about keep on developing yourself. Because by the time you go back, just imagine this scenario. You have a 10-story building with 5,000 staff. 4,500 are now working from home. Only 400 are key workers. And you have a 10-story building. You now begin to ask yourself, so I can even tell these people to work from home and sell this building. That is what is happening now. No, it's true. Why do I have to have this 10-story building?
Yeah.
I can just give them laptop. I save my money. I sell up this building. Go and get a small place. Or in fact, I can even lay 50% of them off.
Yeah.
And work with 1,000 people instead of 5,000. That's what is going to happen. How do we begin to look at that? Now, as at yesterday, some organizations. So, if you have a mother, a woman who has 2 children at home, and the children cannot go to school, so she's forced to work from home, and they are making noise, she will not work properly. She can go and negotiate and say, is it possible instead of me doing 9 to 5, when my last kid has gone to bed at 9 o'clock, I will do that work within 9 and 12, and I will still do the 35 hours. And I'm going to achieve what I'm supposed to achieve. The organization will say, yeah, that's fine. Making reasonable adjustments. Is that not changing the world of work?
Yeah.
That is what is going to happen when we go back.
Okay.
That's the reality. So, continue, sir.
Doctor,
I'll
tell you one thing, and I'll tell everybody on the show and everybody that's actually listening to us. I'm going to say the same thing. Before, the last time Dr. Olomu came to the studio, appear on any of our show, you have to be in the studio physically. But today,
yes,
we managed to network 5 different people from 5 different locations, even though we have a little bit of glitch from Angel Blessing, all because the network in our area is very bad. And she's frustrated, she's struggling. She's sitting there, she's not living us. She's there because she has a passion for what is going on. You understand? So now, by tomorrow, so many things is going to change, that so many programs will be done online, the way we're doing it now. That's what's going to happen. Exactly the way we're doing it now, that is what is going to happen, that is what's going to continue. A lot of people will not have to come to the studio anymore. The last time you came to our studio, you saw it in a very big building, right, Doctor? And
yes,
the funniest thing is that we're paying so much money for the place.
Exactly.
But now, with the advance of technology, right, we were able to do this the way we're doing it now. You know the people who's going to suffer most? People that did not learn anything new during this time. If you are at home and you cannot improve your skill, your life, you're looking for trouble when everything goes back. Because the government is paying some people.
You're right.
And if you like, keep washing your bathroom. If you like, keep washing telly.
Can I just say something, if you don't mind?
Go ahead.
Say something. Look at this thing that I am holding.
Yeah.
You put it in your face mask.
Yeah.
Some people have invented this.
Yeah.
They are selling this at £1. They are making serious money now. What stops our people from using their Ankara and just put this thing there and be selling it for £1?
They said because that one is not disposable. They said because that one is not disposable. That's why they don't want to use it.
It has to be biodegradable.
But what I'm saying is that some people, the guy doing this are our Asian brothers, not black people. and they are now making so much money. What I'm just trying to say is that this moment, how do we seize this moment and reinvent ourselves? I spoke at a conference. As we speak, I am supposed to be speaking at a conference in Lagos for HR professionals. 2 days ago, they decided to do the conference live. So they decided to do it online. Over 1,000 people. I was sitting at the same chair, and I spoke for 1.5 hours. I can now do 6 hours training. I am busier than before. In 1 month, I have learned how to use all the software you can think of. Social media. Now, you are now using vmix.com. I'm hearing it for the first time. I have to go and research it when we finish. So if you can't just look what is happening in my industry, how can I reinvent myself? Do you know the number of churches that will go under by the time coronavirus is up?
But what's bad in them going under? If they're not of God, they need to go under.
I think that should be celebrated. Personally, look, I've been very, very quiet because obviously I want all my colleagues to speak.
Okay, let's hear from this lady. Let's hear from this lady. Go ahead. Okay. I'm gonna take your time now. I think there's a latency with your signal.
The fact remains that with what is going on, in as much as we're having health challenges, in as much as the crisis is up there, people have come to realize that it's an opportunity for us to invest into our skills also. A lot of people are even producing the marks we are talking about. Somewhere in Aba, in Abia State, a lot of tailors has come up with this production. Some people have come up with some tissue materials, not even the Ankara you are talking about. Some have come up with these tissue materials that is also disposable at the end of the day. And some people who have some businesses, who have been doing face-to-face kind of businesses before, they have come up with this knowledge of going into the technology now, being advanced in the approach of their services. People are now going into online businesses the more. The fashion people, they are now going online. A lot of people, those who are selling, no more shops because everywhere is locked down. And people have now decided to take advantage of the opportunity. I am not saying less than this, in as much as we don't believe in Nigerians in this aspect. Trust me, Nigerians are also out there taking advantage of the opportunity. Because, naturally they are business-minded, oriented kind of people, more especially the Igbos, where I come from. They believe every opportunity is a business. Now, the crisis they find themselves, they have used it to develop their skills. So, I still believe, in as much as the crisis of health is there, people are also developing their skills. And I wish that the more, because the more we enhance ourselves, it will now enable us to fit in to the society we find ourselves. Okay. It's all about technology now. You can see what we are already doing. I nearly get out of the line as a result of not connecting well in the internet.
I have to say thank you for the internet that allow you to pour out part of your mind there. Has anyone lost personal friends from this problem?
I haven't lost any. Sorry, go on.
I've lost 3 people.
Okay, tell us your experience. Tell us your experience.
There is a man that owns a restaurant in Southeast London.
Yeah.
His name is Akim Mustafa.
Yeah.
The
Majestic restaurant.
Babalaji of Egbaland.
Yeah.
He's in the Egbe colony of Egbaland.
Yes.
Okay? We started the Egbe colony before I left the place. Now my friend just sold a restaurant to Ennis or Ennis. New guy that
Ennis restaurant.
Yes, he sold it to Ennis restaurant in December. Saying he's going back home. He's got another restaurant being built in Abeokuta. He finished his palatial house. Now he just developed this cough. and the wife and the kids rushing down to the hospital in Acme.
Olori, take it easy.
From there, they just gave them a number. Call us. Go home. We'll be contacting you. That was the last they saw my friend. Because what? The guy has got pre-existing medical condition.
Medical condition.
That is diabetics that he has been managing for how long? But because of the overwhelmed hospital staff, I'm sure I was not there, but that is what I believe that happened. They just abandoned the man there because of his age. They have to treat the young ones. So that's why I'm shouting. Over 50, please don't go out. You are asked to stay indoors. Coronavirus will not come to your door. If you go out there and you develop anything, you are not going to be what they call a good candidate in the hospital.
Yeah.
You're going to be left to die. It's not that they are bad. That is the choice they have to make at that point.
The choice is actually in the paper that the doctor has the right to decide who they treat at the moment. These nurses and the doctors, they are trained, they are professionals. They just have to choose who is going to live, who is going to survive. Like today now, we were told in London not to come to A&E. This is a war that is going on in the world. In Lagos today, the toll where people go to, nobody is there. So the owner of the toll just opened the gate. Everybody is passing through. Technology is taking over. I've been ordering things to come to my house since. It comes to my door. I don't go out. Technology will take over things. It's not church. It's not Alpha. They are liars. Now, the anointing oil is not even working. At the end of the day, you open this mega auditorium, you put lighting in there, good music, and you continue deceiving your people, collecting their money, and you living a lifestyle, opulent lifestyle that I haven't seen before. How can you own 4 jets for evangelical work? How can you? How dare you? All these things, I'm not going to go into religion. What I'm going to say, people should make cleanliness their priority now. This virus doesn't like greasy hand. Ordinary washing up liquid can be used if you don't have a hand sanitizer. Clean your environment. Clean your hand. Don't touch petrol pump without using something to cover your hand. You get virus by droplets or contacting people. If you can minimize contacting people, I'm sure you'll be okay. This thing is going to last for a long time, and the effect is going to last for years. The financial impact.
Can I say something when you're finished, please?
We are ready for what is going to happen after this coronavirus.
Let's go to
Tabia.
Let's go
to Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is what I'm going to. This is what I'm going to say. If the claims of those who say that they can cure diseases were ever true in the first place, churches should be the fullest right now. In fact, we wouldn't even need to be trying to make vaccines. We wouldn't need scientists. Right. We would just send everybody to church, wouldn't we?
That's right.
So if there ever was a time to show that these men are basically conning their followers, this is the perfect opportunity, because everybody should be going to, I'm going to name their names, Oyakilome, Adeboye, Tuberculosis Joshua, that's what I call him anyway, Oyedepo. This is, in fact, everybody from all over the world, should be going to these guys. This is the perfect opportunity to realize that they are liars. There's no other way to put it.
They are successful lying.
Yes, but the strangest thing is, when this is all over and done, they will still have followers. They shouldn't.
Because our followers are gullible.
They shouldn't. Because the saddest thing is this. There are perfectly natural explanations for why pandemics occur. In my line of work, we are expecting pandemics. As a matter of fact, this won't be the last one. There'll be others. There was one in 1918. We all know about HIV. We all know about Ebola. People don't understand that Ebola also has relatives. Listen, Ebola has cousins. Olegbe. Yeah. So he has Marburg. He has Mengele. And even amongst the Ebola family, there are other Ebolas. So you have Ebola, for example, that doesn't even kill humans, but it kills monkeys. So viruses are like people. They have cousins, they have uncles and aunts, and they all do different things, and they infect different animals. This is evolution explains this in beautiful clarity. So more than what we're going through at the moment, we need to understand why these things happen. This is why conspiracy theories have room to grow, because people don't understand that there are natural smallpox. I'm sure we all remember smallpox. Smallpox killed 300 million in the 20th century alone.
That's right.
It wasn't 5G that did that now, Abi, and it wasn't Bill Gates. We can trace smallpox all the way back to ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Unless Bill Gates went back to ancient Egypt and was started to do his, it's ridiculous.
Some of
the things that are out there at the moment. Sorry?
It wasn't born then.
Yeah, exactly. It's so some of the conspiracy, and these are some of the things that are being said by pastors, who people think some of these guys have knowledge. When Oyakhilome says there are no viruses in nature, that is just one of the most fundamental mistakes that I've ever heard in my entire life. There are viruses in his guts, for Pete's sake.
Yes.
In his nose, on his skin. Do you know what I mean? Viruses are everywhere. They're in the ocean, they're in the air. There are even talk about looking for viruses in space.
Yes.
At the deepest part of the oceans, you find viruses. You find them in caves. They are everywhere.
Yes.
So really, it's time we need to learn that these men that we think have wisdom, all they're selling is snake oil. It's not anointing oil, it's snake oil.
Even the Islamic clerics as well.
All of them. I'm sorry, I'm not a religious man. So as far as I'm concerned, they're all equally bad. But that's not. This isn't.
I'm a Muslim.
That's fine. This is not the platform to go into that.
Medicine. They will give you a medicine that if you cut yourself, nothing will happen to you. Don't use medicine for diabetics. There was this Alpha. He cut himself with a blade. The guy cannot even cure tetanus. He killed him.
Okay.
Listen, I have to say this.
Go ahead.
I have to say something quickly, please.
Go ahead.
Here's what people are forgetting. We are the only people that can save ourselves by listening to what our government tells us, by understanding that these are natural occurrences. Pandemics occur. Malaria kills 500,000 people every year, and it's been doing so for God knows how long. But because it doesn't hit us all at once, people don't realize that we are in a war all the time. I work in microbiology. It is a war all the time. This is the natural world. There's no CD group responsible for creating viruses. The natural world does a bloody good job of it, but all by itself. And even the viruses have other viruses that eat them. Bacteria have viruses that specialize in eating bacteria.
Okay. I'm going to come in briefly there. And the reason I want to come in is I really want to, my heart is boiling, my mind is boiling, and I want to actually clarify some few things quickly. One of the things I want to clarify is that there are good pastors out there. There are fantastic pastors out there. Where we come from, the people that are not supposed to be pastor wants to be a pastor. That is the problem we have. They were not called. So they call themselves pastors. They think,
Well,
They call
the
themselves
person leading,
men of God.
the person leading is making money. Let me go and make a little bit of money from there as well. And they start saying things that God did not send them. There are fantastic pastors there, and they advise you properly. I was listening to a lady a couple of days, I think it was yesterday night. She preached yesterday night. One of the things she said was that if you cannot fast, if you are under any medication, please don't say because you are fasting, you're not going to use your medication. Don't fast. Use your medication. If you have
Brilliant.
diabetics,
Fantastic.
make sure you use your medicine. If you want to fast, by force, by fire, fast till 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't have to fast till 6 o'clock, she said, right? And some people are not supposed to be pastor, and they make themselves pastors because they want to make money from the other congregation, because they want to make money from the other people. That is why they keep telling other people lies, white lies, purple lie, green lie, black lies, all sort of lies. I'm gonna go back a little bit in history. Can I finish this one on Tavian, right?
sure, please go on.
In the late 60s, early 70s, there was cholera in Nigeria that killed so many people. And there have been pandemic from time to time in Nigeria.
Well,
There
that
was
would
a
be an
message
epidemic, but never mind.
Oni of Ife sent out a couple of days ago that from 6 o'clock, I think it was 6 o'clock yesterday morning, till 8 o'clock yesterday night, nobody must come out because they want to do a spiritual, a traditional way of dealing with these problems. And I've
Good luck
seen
with that.
things like this work. I've seen it work.
Okay.
I've seen it when I was young. It's a shame we were not taught that way. It's a shame we were not brought up that way. But we've seen people doing it. There was some times ago when armed robber infected Abeokuta, where I grew up, armed robbers. And what they did at that time, they brought something out called Oro. And we can hear them from inside. We're so young, so we're not allowed to come out. And I still remember very well. They were saying, we file a jokolo, etishashara bagbo, and they were doing the thing that, whoa, as if a police siren is passing by. You understand? They were using it. And immediately they finished that, within a day or two, all armed robbers died down. They use it when there was cholera. And I see it work. Some pastors that will cure, coronavirus, they will not tell you they can cure it. Because if a pastor cure coronavirus, it's not him that's curing it, it's God that is curing it. So he will not want to take the glory. You understand? So he will not be praising himself. He will not be boasting about what he cannot do. He will not be saying he wants to do it. I've seen so many things being done. We're gonna have one of our spiritual lady on the line very soon, one of these days. The ex-mayor of Wandsworth Council. She's very traditional. Ayorinde, and she wants to speak to us about things like this. But the people that were lying, they will be boasting that they've done something for you, and they haven't done anything for you because they don't have any power to do anything. No man has any power to do anything for anybody. They will tell you Agbara Olorungbe that God can do it. But today, The pastor will wear the best of the best clothes. They drive the best of the best car. They don't care whether you eat or you don't eat, as long as you bring your money to the church. I've seen pastors giving money. I've seen pastors during this period, during this problem. I've seen pastors dishing out money in this London. But they don't make noise about it. I've seen pastors in this London giving one of the congregation £500. I've seen it.
That's good.
And within a week of giving that £500, this pastor give £200 again. I've seen it.
May God bless him.
You
May God
understand?
bless him.
And she didn't make noise about it. She didn't say, she didn't go on telling people about it. She never shared it on social media with anybody. You know our GOs, what they do when they want to give you something?
They bring the camera.
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize we were going to be on for so long. I'm going to have to get off the camera soon.
Okay, no problem at all. We can let you have your last word. Actually, we have only about 10-15 minutes left anyway. So, but the issue there is that there are many things going on in the world today. There's so many things going on in the world today. People who are not supposed to be leader wants to be leader. People who are not mechanic want to be mechanic. People who are not motivational speaker wants to be motivational speakers. People who are not who they are, people want to be who they're not meant to be. And when you want to be who you're not meant to be, you're running into trouble. You will run into trouble because you're not hit. When we were growing up, we heard about Jesus. Go ahead, sir. Mr. Tivian?
Sorry. So with all due respect, how then? I'm not a religious man. I personally, I don't believe God called anybody. I think everybody is just doing what they feel is necessary to make a way for themselves.
Yeah.
But this is not the platform for that. That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. We have a pandemic. It's not the first one. It's not going to be the last one. There are perfectly natural explanations for why pathogens jump from wild animals into humans. We understand the process. We know how it works. This is why we've been searching for these kind of viruses for the last 10 years in that same region in China. There's a Chinese doctor who specializes in actually going to look for coronaviruses that show potential to jump into humans. The process is called zoonosis. It basically means viruses that jump from animals into humans. And sometimes there are viruses that jump from humans into animals. So there is a perfectly natural explanation. Yes, there's a perfectly natural explanation for how this thing works. There's a perfectly natural understanding of why bats who carry these coronaviruses don't get sick, because they've had a long time to co-evolve with these viruses.
Yeah.
The wahala starts when these viruses jump into a new host. A lot of the time, it's our own immune system that's the problem. It's not even the virus. It's our own immune system that sees it sees a thief that it's never seen before, and it starts chopping everything in its path, including itself. Yes. So you've heard of the immune system going crazy. This essentially happens when we encounter new viruses. So there are perfectly natural explanations for why it's doing what it's doing. There is no reason to cook up idiotic ideas, actually, about 5G or 4G or 15G or 12G.
That's a lie.
You know, it's yeah, well, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that people even, and this is the problem, because people don't understand the natural world. We don't teach science very well in Nigeria. We don't teach science so that people can understand. When a pastor who's supposed to be educated,
to religion, divine intervention.
when a pastor can go online in front of thousands and say there are no viruses in nature, my God, I mean, come on, what have we become? We're a laughing stock. These people shouldn't have a platform to spew their nonsense. Really. It's like saying there are no bacteria in nature. There are more viruses on the planet than all the human beings that have ever lived. You take a teaspoon of water in the ocean, there are likely to be 50 million viruses in there. These are facts.
Yes.
And yet we have these men who are supposed to be wise standing there and telling us there are no viruses. What is chickenpox? What is rubella? What is mumps? What is measles? And they are saying there are no viruses in nature, and people are nodding their head like lizards and saying, yeah, no, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We should name and shame these people. When all this is said and done, they should all be named and shamed. It's ridiculous. They're putting people's lives at stake. I'm sorry, I'm angry, so I just have to say that before I leave.
Angel is live. Yeah, I'm going to let her speak. Go ahead.
Honestly, I like the point you are raising. Let's be a bit, let's understand it this way. It is not new. What is going on today in the congregation of God is not new, because it's also there in the Bible that in the last days, many, it did not say one person, it did not say two, it said many will come up, meaning that a lot of people out there will come up with this idea that they are called. Many will even claim to be the Christ themselves. Many will have a lot of things to present, trying to convince the people that they are all called. But what matters is this: who are you also as individuals? What is the knowledge you have concerning God? Because it is also in the Bible that many are perishing because of lack of knowledge. When you are not understandable, when you don't have the knowledge, obviously somebody can easily mislead you. When you have what it takes to understand and digest the word of God yourself, no one can now mislead you with what they know or what they claim. It does not imply that I'm not a Christian. I'm a very good Christian who believes in the supernatural thing. Sure, I believe that God can heal. I believe that God can deliver. But it does not prevent me that they should be conscious of how they live their life. In as much as there is knowledge out there that there is a virus going on the air, and people should be able to stay off it. Stay at home. The instruction says stay at home. Make sure if there is need for you to go out there, go out well covered. Go out ensuring that you don't touch some surface of things because of, so that you cannot contract the virus. Also teach the people, as much as you are teaching them the word of God, also impact in them the need of them to stay off the virus, to get protection. Faith is acceptable. Use your faith cannot move mountains. It's acceptable. It's acceptable that you can serve God with faith. But one thing I want us to understand, as a Christian, this is also in the Bible that at the last day, many diseases will come up. If God is not
Can I
we have talked about it.
when you
Telling people that it does not exist, I don't think to get it right.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I don't think to understand. So,
can I respond?
Person who is
1 second.
taking advantage of the moment, expecting from people, instead of being a shepherd who cares for his sheep at this time.
Okay.
Instead of being a shepherd who cares for the sheep at this time, you are busy extorting from people. It does not tell well of that man of God. It does not tell well of that woman of God.
Let me break you up there from there. Before Tavis responds, I'm going to ask a direct question. Dr. Olomo, have you been used before by some pastors? Have you been gullible before?
No.
How come?
No, the reason is that I developed myself spiritually. So there's no way I can be gullible. I went to a Bible school. I went to Jerusalem. I was baptized where Jesus Christ was baptized. I have my own ministry, and I call myself a marketplace minister. Okay. And my vision is to move people from the prayer room to the boardroom.
Yeah.
So it's about getting our people to be in the decision making. And I believe that it's not the church that you go to that matters, but the personal relationship you have with your God and your fellow man.
Thank you. Let me go to HRA or Ayodeji first. Yeah. Have you been gullible before, by any chance? Have you been used? Have you been duped before?
I've not been, but a tight friend is still gullible right now. Let me tell you quickly. The guy doesn't live in this country. He lives outside Britain.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention. Okay?
Okay.
But he's going to a church in southeast London. He will have to fly down.
Every time.
The flight ticket is about 150, 160. He will come, say, fortnightly.
Yeah.
He is on the trustee of that church. He gave the pastor his passport and all details to open account and everything. You know what happened? The pastor went behind to open several accounts in his name, business accounts. They got all the overdrawn on those accounts. And they collected money from the Charity Commission.
Yeah.
They took money. They said they've got about 500 members, and they only have 20 in Old Kent Road.
Okay, can I put
I'm not going to mention their name for a reason. Okay?
Can I
now,
stop you there?
the service commission was following my friend where he's working. He works with prison. Okay?
Yeah.
They can see that the account that is open in his name is being operated in London.
And he doesn't live.
Somebody is collecting money from London, and the guy is at work. They station, they monitoring him.
Yeah.
So they invited him to come to London for
a chat, yeah.
Talk. They showed him his life, all his passports, account in his name. You know the funniest part of it is still there paying his tithes.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold. Tavian. Let's hear from Tavian for a second, yeah?
Yes.
Go ahead. You
Okay.
wanted to say something before.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me. So, okay. Well, I was going to say, the idea of the last days. They said that it was the last days in 1918. They said it was the last days in 1341. They said it was the ancient Romans said it was the last days when they had a pandemic in the 6th century. I'm not a religious man. This is not a platform where I'm going to cast aspersions at religion. I normally do. However, as an African man, my personal opinion is about time we get our heads out of these books and stand up and look out for our own people and our own continent. We're not descended from Adam and Eve. This is just a story that was told to us by our colonial masters. The evidence that debunks this is in our genome. We just need to go and look. There are more fantastic stories that actually empower us as Africans that we need to look at. So when we're talking about disease and we're talking about some stories that were written in a book that is the last days and these, no, there's no truth to it. But fine, if people want to believe that, that's fine. All I'm concerned about right now is that we take this disease seriously and that people follow all the safety guidelines. If you want to invite me next time to actually talk about religion on a completely different subject, trust me, I'm ready for that. But we'll do that another day. There are more important things to think about. Thank you very much for having me. And thank you everyone for your. Thank you all for your contribution.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Angel Blessing to contribute finally, and then we're gonna go. Angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your last word.
Yeah, actually, the truth is that let's get the people out there equipped for the time we find ourselves. Let's tell the world what it means to get safe, stay safe, and keep safe, because that is what matters to me. The hygiene we practice will go a long way to help us out of the mess. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate your time today, your time, your contribution. Everybody, the person I appreciated most is Angel Blessing, because she was fighting herself. She nearly pulled off her hair when the internet was not working properly. Tavian, thank you for coming on the show. Dr. Dayolomu, thank you for coming on the show. HRH Omoba Tunde Ayodeji, thank you for sparing your time to educate people on this program tonight.
Thank you very
Tomorrow,
much.
we will be, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we will be talking about 5G at 12 midday. If you want to know whether it's a conspiracy theory, whether they have anything to hide, whether they don't have anything to hide, you need to be here tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Till next time I come your way or you come my way again, my name remains still the same, Ade Thomas. Like one of my friends would say, if I change it, you will be the first one to know. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Everybody in London, have you heard that Heritage Television has come up with something new? All your functions and celebrations can now be multi-camera live stream that was only reserved for the rich and famous. Having a function in London can be viewed clean and clear immediately from any part of the world. Trust Heritage TV to give you a better reach. Heritage Television also does photography that will make you the envy of all your friends and family. Heritage Television is the best. All your functions like birthdays, funerals, weddings, church anniversaries or harvest. Heritage Television is the master. We are in the heart of London with an ultra-modern equipped studio. You can call us on 020-800-46100 or email us info@heritagetv.co.uk or mobile 0734 1234 560. Heritage Television will do you proud.